The Kings are back on the home floor taking on the 6-10 Brooklyn Nets. And Morgan, I did not think I'd be going, hey, Kings and Nets, November, this is like a big game for Sacramento. What do you need to see tonight as you are doing this anxious thing with your face? You're anxious.
I'm anxious. It's a Sunday. It's an earlier game? An
6
hour
o'clock
earlier?
game, baby.
Yeah, just like whatever. I guess not even that much earlier, but
what do you need to see tonight?
I just need to see a Kings team doing the right things on both ends of the floor. And the right things, so this is a team sport. We all understand that. That means everyone needs to contribute. It doesn't always mean everyone needs to contribute with points, but at the same time, you do need to make sure there are other people generating some scoring on this team, because we saw when other guys were sitting down, we saw Keon hit 9 threes. We saw Trey Lyles knocking down his. Kevin Huerter has to find his flow. And then the main person that we've been talking about mostly outside of the three, DeMar, De'Aaron, and Sabonis, is Keegan. You just need to see him. When I say be more aggressive, it's not like take every open shot. I mean, you and I have been talking about this.
Take the open ones, please, though.
Take the open ones. But it's about making sure that you're always looking to be a threat, because you are one of the better players out there and you're just not showing it lately. And I don't know where that confidence is right now, but you can see it. Yes, It's making my shoulders slump, like I can feel that energy. And if I can feel that energy, I can only imagine what his teammates are feeling. So everyone's just got to rally around each other and figure it out as a team.
Yeah, it's less about the Nets today, to be honest. And there's some stuff to be concerned with. It's about you guys. You have the talent. And I think it kind of goes to what you're just saying. You want to see Keegan be more decisive, coming off screens, in those DHOs, with the ball, looking like there's a purpose out there, being a threat. If I'm Mike today, I'm running some shit early for Keegan and Huerter. Because, look, I know what DeMar, De'Aaron, and Sabonis are going to bring.
Sure.
They're the only trio in the NBA to be averaging 20-plus points per game. That's fine. But that doesn't matter if the other guys don't feel involved or don't look involved or look confident. And the same thing goes to the bench, to be quite honest. The point you just made is seeing guys like Keon step up when guys were out, and Trey Lyles, who played big-time minutes when the Kings were all banged up. Those guys, I know their roles are going to change, but it felt like the Kings reverted back to what we saw earlier this year, where it's DeMar, Fox, and Sabonis are doing theirs, and they got nothing from the bench.
Yeah.
You have to play the bench.
It's got to be a combination of guys. I mean, you see more beautiful things happen when the entire team is playing together, like you said. It's just better things happen all around, and it happens through 4 quarters, where then you don't get to the 4th quarter and you go, oh shit, we're down because we've just been playing this style or this way, and now we have to let DeMar and De'Aaron get his. Of course you can go to those tools. It's been great to have those weapons, but you want to make sure that at this point in the season, early enough still, that you are practicing in a way that makes sense for a sustainable rotation throughout the season.
And the Kings are at their best when that ball's popping. It's got energy, cut with a purpose, make that extra pass, be decisive. And I think about someone like DeMar, who is beyond talented, and having a guy that you can go to the takeover games, great. But there have been times, especially in that Clippers game, where he got the ball and it felt like he did the pump fake thing, which is fine.
Yeah.
But then he's passing late shot clock, and then you're all out of whack.
People went back to what they started with in the beginning with him, right? So it's you just got to make sure, like you said, to keep that flow going.
And it's a big game because the Kings are 8-8. You don't want to fall below 500. And if you lose tonight, all of a sudden you're below 500 at home at 4-5 with OKC coming in tomorrow night in a second. I have back-to-back. Focusing on this game, the Nets are interesting for many reasons. For one, their head coach, Jordi Fernandez, was with Sacramento the last 2 years. A couple of their assistants, Dutch Gately, Davidas Dolkis, they were in Sacramento too. So they know everything about these guys.
Yeah.
They know how Mike Brown wants to operate and play. So that's going to be intriguing to watch. They don't have Dorian Finney-Smith, which is good for Sacramento because that guy has the ability to defend at a pretty high level. The two Cams are problems. Cam Johnson, Cam Thomas averaging 24 a game, just a pure bucket getter. And then Cam Johnson's got size, shooting ability. You know how many threes the Nets take?
How many?
48% of their shot attempts are from 3-point
Wow.
land.
Okay. And the Kings 3-point defense is fantastic all the time, right?
Okay.
Oh wait, no. Sorry, I don't mean to be like shitting on it. I'm just really
you got to lock in. So it's like, don't
just feel
overlook the
down
Nets.
on a Sunday.
They're 6-10. I mean, I'm to the point now. It's like, don't overlook anyone. Like, you just need to come in and handle business.
I'm
Otherwise,
glad you're there.
Like the reality of the situation, if you don't start winning in general, I mean, this shit can fall apart fast in the West. And right now, they're still in a okay spot because of like the teams around them, like Dallas and Minnesota.
Look what the Lakers have been doing.
They're 10-6, but it's like
they
you don't want to rely on other teams. Well, the other teams are. It's like no, like handle yours, and it starts tonight against Brooklyn.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that, and I think also like because why we're here too, and why I feel this type of energy I do on a Sunday basketball game is just because I have different expectations for this team, and I think it's fair to have those expectations for these guys a couple years in together, those standards, especially with the pieces in the roster that you do have, and you do look on paper and you feel like this can work. I mean, you go around the league and sometimes you look at other people's depth and you go, that's weird. And I think with the Sacramento Kings, like there's something there that can work, but you just got to know how to like mesh it together, make sure the rotations are on point, make sure that guys on the floor are still flowing with one another, still just playing free basketball. Yep. Just play free.
One of my keys tonight, we talk about getting the others involved, Herter and Keegan early. Both those guys, let's get them in double figures tonight. 5 of the last 8 games, those guys have scored 10 or fewer points. I mean,
it's not cute.
I need the confidence to go up with those guys, because if their confidence is up, it makes life easier for everybody. Let us know what you think about tonight's Kings-Nets game, how you're feeling in general with the Kings being 8-8 at the moment. And know we are live after every single game. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe.
Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, the